I started this a little early, so just so I could like try to, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, well, it's gonna have to be good enough. Nope, I think that's way better. It's nice and warm. So I'm gonna give everyone a couple minutes to get in. Whoops. So I've got the phone in this thingy, and it's not wanting to, it's not doing the best job of staying. Well, I'll just hold it. It's not gonna make me tired at all. So, yeah, I'm still gonna give it a few more minutes, but you guys get my quarantine finest look. I put my hair in a scrunchie. I've got my baggy Batman shirt on. It's actually kind of a funny story behind the shirt, but it'll be for another time. Or maybe when everyone gets in here. Come on, stay, man. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Why won't it just stay? Don't move. Don't even breathe. If it falls and I have to catch it and accidentally disconnect, I'll get right back on and try again. I don't want to touch it because it's like, I finally got it to stay. Just a couple more minutes, let some more people get in here. Cheers. I got my white Chardonnay, my white wine. It's Chardonnay. It's really good, actually. It's very buttery, yummy. Yeah, just a couple more minutes. This is my bedroom, my bed. It's where I do a lot of my stuff, a lot of my postings, a lot of my pictures. Especially now, since, like, you know, I'm home all the time and the kids are home all the time, so I opened it up pretty early, so just gonna sit here and talk to myself. Hey, Alex. Alex, can you do me, I mean, you're a moderator anyways, but I'm only using my phone and I don't have my computer to look at comments and stuff, so if you can help moderate, which you always do, that would be great. I would super duper appreciate it. See my nose. Thank you. All right, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'll give everyone some time to jump in. Oh, it's been so long since we've done these, but I'm so excited now that, like, I've been talking to Travis and trying to figure out, like, our schedules to make sure we're both getting everything that we need, you know, during these new normal. Are newbie questions good, or should everyone still be on the same page? No, newbie questions are fine. You know the drill. You know the ones that I hate and the ones that I'm fine with. So, but yeah, schedules are a thing, because, like, I'm home all the time, and he gets to go to work now and stuff, and, you know, I hold down the fort here, and, you know, we still need to make sure, like, he's getting his stuff taken care of, and I'm getting my stuff taken care of, and so, you know, we've been working a lot together about, you know, times and stuff, and he games, so he's gaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, and whatever weekend days we can make work. And then my Patreon live hangs are gonna be, and I'll announce it once we get a few more people in here. Hopefully some more people are able to make it. I know throwing that out this morning was a little bit last minute, but it was Travis's idea. He's like, hey, why don't you do a live hang tonight and kind of tell them how things are gonna how things are gonna be, you know, going forward. And I was like, hey, it's a great idea. So here we are. I just want to, like, really quick, like, see my face, how this is like this, and I've got all this stuff on my chin. Sometimes it's on the side of my nose, and you can also see it kind of up here. So that is from the coronavirus. So 8 weeks out now, I still have the dermatological side effects from the virus on my face. And there's a lot of stuff coming out now that are saying like people are getting like hand, foot, and mouth disease type rashes. What mine did is like, this is like, this is kind of gross. Hope you guys didn't come to get turned on right away, because that's not going to happen in this first segment. But it's like a dry red scaly patch, and it'll itch and it'll like flake off, and then it will it like happens in cycles. And so that's another reason why I've been a little bit not insecure, but a little bit self-conscious about posting a lot, because it actually bothers me. Like, it hurts and stuff, and I can put makeup over it, but the makeup starts to irritate it after a little while. So I've really been just trying to keep it clean and stuff. But what we assume happens is that the virus itself kicks up some type of and there's so many theories, and I can say mine right now is that it is, since it is definitely, it was a wild virus that was mutated into something else, that when man touched it, they turned it into some hybrid something. There are theories, and what I believe, what I felt inside of me, and still feel inside of me, because I don't think the virus is gone, is that, but I'm doing much better in my breathing, I just now realized that, but is that it's some kind of like, it's viral, and possibly some type of like parasitic effect as well. Because what this feels like, or what this looks like, knowing like from a clinical standpoint and from being in practice, is that this to me seems fungal. Like, it seems like there's a certain type of like fungal or like biofilm that happens whenever parasites. I really got to work on my like etiquette. You guys came here for like sexy talk. I'm talking about funguses and parasites shedding their stuff inside of me, and this is what happens. But this is what this is what happens. So keep your eyes peeled, because even if some people that get the virus are asymptomatic, then if you have any kind of skin something going on, like a rash that you can't explain at the moment, then hey, then it could possibly have something to do with being exposed to the virus. So here's my fucking chin right now, and it really does hurt. And so yeah, so I'm moments away from calling my GP, who is an integrative practitioner, who is awesome. The last time this happened, I actually did have to get a pharmaceutical topical thing or whatever. Not this exactly, but something similar. And I'm glad you're here too. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. We'll get over this in just a second. But anyways, I put the topical cream on, it goes right away, and we're good to go. So that's what I'm moments away from doing, because this shit makes me so uncomfortable. Not because of the looks. Like, at first maybe, but it's really uncomfortable. Like, it hurts, it itches, it's irritating. Like, I see my skin flaking off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This virus really did a number on me, you guys. Like, and Travis too, but it really did a number on me, and I'm legitimately, not even kidding, like, traumatized by it. When I look back at things and I'm like, hey Steve, yay, I'm so glad you're here. When I think back about when my symptoms were very severe and the virus was like hitting its peak, and I think about that, I'm like, oh shit, like I get legitimately like anxious about it. And it was just really intense. So anyway, I'm glad you're all here. All 6, 7 of you. Again, I know it was a last minute decision, but here we are. 2-inch wide rash on my leg for the past 6 years. Okay, so we're gonna have to message about this, because first of all, I can take a look at it and see if it's something similar. But yeah, I mean, I can take a look at it and like see if it's something similar. And the cream really does work. Like, it's quick, super quick. Even though what's going on is from the inside out, at least the appearance can go away while everything else works itself out. And Steve asked if I got tested. No, I did not. Because what happened was, when I put the announcement out that I had the ability to test for antibodies, they had allotted so many tests per practitioner. My situation is unique in that I can test people all across the United States, and they allotted each practitioner so many, but they didn't take into account that I wasn't just going to be using them for Southern California, for the labs here that have it. So my contract is with Quest, and the Quests all across the United States don't have it yet. There's only when they announced it, I think there was 20. Now I think there's 30, maybe 35. And so as we like progress and everything's going on, there'll be more Quest labs. So I had so many people order the tests that they were like, okay, whoa, like we have to slow down for a second. We'll put your clients in queue, and then we'll let you know whenever your specific laboratories, or we'll let you know what specific laboratories are like have your allocation for your tests, and then you can uh, you know uh, select the clients that live in those areas or whatever. So the people that ordered them, they're going to go ahead and honor that, which there was a lot, and they're like, whoa, hold on a second. But no, to answer your question, no, I didn't get tested because I wanted to save those that were allocated for those who ordered them. So, yeah, so as soon as I can get the antibodies test, though, I will. And whenever they let me know that everything's like allocated and stuff, then I can update everybody and I have people waiting still that are like, hello, like, when can I get my test? So, I mean, there's just so much information out there. It's just crazy right now, but anyway, that's where we're at with it. And then, Alex, you asked if I'm seeing people in person. I am not seeing people in person. I would if I could, but I can't because I have the kids and I stay with the kids all day. So that's probably going to be my normal until, honestly, if school starts back up, there's some talk that it can be July. I don't know about that. They usually start in August anyway, like right at my birthday. So I'm probably not going to be able to go back to being physically in office or doing the things for New Sensations because they're not shooting right now, which I was having so much fucking fun doing and being there and like being with those people and stuff. And I just, yeah, so anyway, so that's it. I'm not going to be able to do anything outside of the home until the kids can safely go back to school. So until that happens, this is my fortress. I mean, it always has been, but it's funny because like I always kind of tell myself, like, even if I didn't have to go anywhere else for the rest of my life, I'd probably be fine, and I probably would be fine. It's just like now they're telling me that I can't, so I want to. and so yeah, I miss people. I miss hugs. I miss connection. I am an introvert. Oh yes, yes I am, for so many reasons. First of all, just for all the extrovert things I had to do as a child to try to put myself out there and not like revert into myself and become a basket case because of everything I went through. And then, traveling and being in like the public eye all the time and constantly being around people and constantly entertaining people and all that stuff. It it's been wearing me out for a long time. So when I had the kids and when I had a family and I started settling down and everything like that, I became more of an introvert just because and I think I said it in my book that like the comfort zone, everyone always says like get out of your comfort zone and stuff like that. And yeah, that's true sometimes, but my comfort zone is where all the stuff happens, all the brilliance or whatever. My comfort zone is a very, very huge place of strength for me. So like I have my things inside my home and in my garden and in my yard or whatever that just take me to those heightened places of happiness. So like I've never really found that in like yeah, I think so too. And I'll get back to that in a second, but I've never found anything outside of myself that brought me happiness. except for like, you know, when I was making choices that were a distraction from myself for a while, and I think that was just a long time coming, and that's just what it was. As far as like my childhood and that journey, and then getting into adult, and then, you know, settling down into trusting myself and loving myself and finding happiness within. So all of those stories will come in the new tiers that I made. So I'm excited to get those started up. I'm kind of doing like a breakdown outline of the things that I want to tell first, but I kind of also want to go in chronological order, so because why wouldn't I? So, but yeah, I'm really, really excited for all that. Wait, what is what? The new tiers? Or what? Yeah, so the school thing, like, even if they do start, I don't know if it's going to be like normal. I think they'll have certain grades come at a certain time, and then they'll like disinfect and then have another set of grades come in. I don't know. Yeah, tiers, like tiers on Patreon. So I did the tiers where I that's funny that you thought that. I can totally see that. Where I'm going to tell like adult entertainment industry whatever stories, and then like the story of my life, whatever. And this is all kind of like a peak thing coming up to like a possible like paperback autobiography or something, because I got plenty of fucking time now kind of to do that stuff. Actually, you know what's really weird? Oh, and I have like 2 or 3 shower with me videos that I need to post. I don't want y'all out here thinking that I just don't take showers because I haven't posted, but honest to God's truth is that I don't take a shower every day. I don't think I took one today. I didn't take one today. I didn't take one yesterday. I don't know when the last one I took was, but I do have a couple that I need to post. I don't know why I've been sitting on them. It's really weird because I'm cramming everything into like home time, and then I start off really energetic in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do all this stuff today, and I do it, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm going into the evening, I'm gonna have all this energy, and I'm gonna like stuff, whatever. Travis gets home, make dinner, we do our nighttime routine, and by that time I just want to sit in my comfort zone and be in my head and like be with myself and maybe watch a stupid show or, you know, have some wine or whatever. So that's just kind of the routine. That's just how and you can tell me how your routine has changed during all this too. I would love to like hear, you know, what your like life looks like now and how it's different. Yeah, hey, thank you for being here. It means a lot. We're just chatting about new life and stuff. Better late than never though. Cheers. What else? What else? In all of this, I have also just spilled my wine on my. That's not going to waste. In all this new stuff, and I'm sure a lot of you know about a lot of deep state issues and things that are going on, and a couple of dots got connected for me along this with everything going on. I'm not by any means like a conspiracy theorist. I don't practice like scientism. I don't practice any. If you guys know me well enough, you know that number one for me is intuition and like being guided by a higher self or universal source or whatever. And there was no chance that I was going to allow myself to dive into that because of how much I feel and I know and I've seen with my own 2 eyes inside of Hollywood, and things like that. So another thing that I finally allowed myself to allow in is doing research about deep state and things like that. So for me, you know, there are people that once they start talking, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but once they start bringing awareness to something, then you're like, okay, this person is saying something about it. There must be something to this because this person means that to me, and their credibility and just the trustworthiness that they have naturally is like, well, fuck. Like, So that's one thing that I have delved into in a lot of my stories. Not that anything happened to me personally, not that I partook in anything stupid, so don't get that idea. But things that I've seen, things that I've experienced, witnessed, tie in together from the time I was little to my time an adult to now. Like the correlation and things are pretty interesting. So that's one thing that this has done, I would say, for me, is allowed me to be strong enough to finally look into some of that. And so I'll be talking more about that, I'm pretty sure, coming up. The paradigm of the way that I share information and put myself out there has completely pivoted. I don't know if you guys have noticed that at all. But, you know, I'm like, I love my people. I love my clients. I love my patrons, like, so much. And what I share with you guys, I want to retain that closeness, because I share things like on a a personal level, but very like connected to everybody individually. And so at first, when I very first became a practitioner and was in the process of becoming a practitioner, I was kind of following in some of the footsteps of other colleagues with just being like an information highway on the internet, on social media, just constantly thinking I had to share all this health jargon and all that stuff. And I still like to point people in a positive direction when it comes to taking charge of their own health. But I'm also not an extremist. Like a lot of information out there is very much this, not that, this, not that, this, not that. And it got to be too much for the energy I'm trying to create, for the connections that I have with my people. And so, again, and that's why I have SoCal Natural Health site, or like page, and then I have my page, and then I have my Cooking Your Ash Off page. These are all different, like, I like to think of it as just like different like avenues, like different roads. Like if I want to go down one road one day, or one road the next day, or one day one road the next day, then I have all these different means of being. And so yeah, like I'm not, and I don't deal in absolutes, so I will agree with so many things on one side, and it'll be like I'm the, what is the word I'm looking for? Like I'm the observer in the middle of like seeing all the other things on the other side too. And being able to like connect them without being biased to one side. So yeah, I'm like a vessel that can discern, what is what on both, on all. What's painful about being me sometimes is that, there's not just this or this. There are so many different possibilities, thousands sometimes, that my brain will cycle through. Like, okay, if it's hard to explain, so I'm not going to try right now. Maybe I can try to break it down some other time in some other way. But it's really hard to explain. Like if your mom has ever said to you, like, I know you better than you know yourself, or I know what you're gonna do 10 steps ahead of before you do it, kind of thing, like that on steroids, with everything that I process, with everything that I see in the news, and everything that I hear from people. I'm honestly, like, and it's energy draining sometimes, but if I didn't do it, I wouldn't feel right. But I keep so many open lines of communication with all of you guys, with, so many people on Instagram, so many people in like my real life. I constantly have all these channels going, and I like it that way. Like I wouldn't be living my truth if I had it any other way. So, it's just a lot. there's a lot going on. But anyway, all of that to say, like, or to ask, if any of you have also been noticing your mind shifting to being more open to different realms and possibilities and things that might actually be going on behind the veil. Because, and I'm going to write more about this, but one of the things that I've noticed for me, obviously, is that when I was very first sick with the virus, and I said, like, I feel traumatized a little bit when I look back at it and I get kind of scared. I do. But when I was sick, I was comfortable in the chaos because that's all I've known my whole life is like, you know, chaotic, a chaotic place to land. I just, and I hate to say that, like, I'm good with comfort too, but chaos is just like, okay, I don't feel so alone anymore. Like, there are so many people struggling and suffering and hurting, and this is at the beginning of March, mind you. It's May tomorrow. On the outside of this now, with all the different shit that's going on, I don't feel like, even though I'm on the other side of it and all of this stuff is still happening, but no one can give a straight answer about anything. And that's talking about, like, again, going back to, you know, all these different possibilities I'm thinking about constantly. I feel not so as one with all the forces at play right now. And before I did, I was like, oh yeah, this is bringing the whole world together. And it did for a bit. And you probably felt it too. It did bring this oneness, like the whole globe is interconnected, but it doesn't feel like that anymore to me. It shifts constantly. Each day I wake up and I'm like, okay, what's the new shift? What's the new deal? It's bringing forth so many things that are just crazy. So, you know, I don't know. And I know I'm not alone in it. I know there's so many other people that feel the same way. So I would like to hear, like, what you guys are noticing too. Because it's just been so much. It's been so much, you know. And I mean, I know that you know, I'm a positive person, you know, naturally. I have a pretty good outlook on things, but my main message has always been, like, sometimes it's gonna be unpleasant, very unpleasant, not positive, not all is love and light, not as we are all one. There are gonna be fights and struggles and things you're gonna have to push past, and that shit's gonna hurt, but you gotta be strong. Like, you have to be strong, you know. So, you know, trying to keep up with that myself, and it's, you know, it's fine, but there are days where I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? Why do I feel like kind of defeated? And it's been a long time since I felt defeated, you guys. So, anyway, I could go on and on. We've been on here for almost 30 minutes. I'll wrap it up in a few. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to share? Oh, I guess I should go ahead and say this now. So Thursday nights are not going to be our new nights for the live stream. So we're going to do it every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock PST or PDT, whatever the T is in Pacific time. So Tuesday nights from now on. For those of you that are a little bit later and can stay up, that's awesome. If not, then they'll obviously be archived and you can watch later, but it's so much fun having you guys here live. So hopefully, if everyone can plan for Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, we'll start getting more and more of us in here. So it's not just me rambling on, and we can all have conversation. And another thing I wanted to ask, so Tuesday, and I'll put it in a post on Patreon as well that I'll pin. That way everyone can have all the information. But another thing is, I was wondering what you guys think of this, is if we, instead of doing it this way, I create a Zoom room, and only people with the link obviously can come into the Zoom room, and I would have to approve everybody and, like, know who they are coming into it ahead. And you guys don't have to share, like, your video screen or even, like, your voice or whatever. You can completely block yourself out, mute yourself. Hold on. It takes courage to challenge your thoughts and change your mind. Yeah, true. That's true also. It's a good point. But Zoom has all these options where, you know, if we want to show our faces, we can connect that way. And if we don't want to show our faces, you don't have to do that either. But, you know, I think it's a lot smoother than YouTube. And then that way I think I can do it where it's the same link for every time. So you can just save the link somewhere and then click on it every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock and boom, there you are. And I don't have to go through and create all this. So if you like that idea, let me know. I think I like that idea better. Obviously I didn't do it this time because this is the way we normally do it, but I had that thought, I'm like, that's just so much easier. So let's just probably do it that way. And I want to try to keep them about 30 minutes. If they go over because it's super interesting or whatever, then that's fine. But 30 minutes is reasonable for me, because I've got, right? We're in a pandemic and you still don't know what Zoom is. You know, I've got responsibilities like past 8:30, you know, when Travis is doing his games as well and he's streaming, I get the kids to sleep and everything like that. So this is kind of a compromise and a good time. So with that being said, I gotta pee really bad because this is going straight through me. And I hope you guys are great. If you need anything, let me know. I don't think there's a limit on Zoom. I'll have to look into that. That's a great question. That would be the only thing that would stop us from doing this via Zoom, is if there's a limit. But I don't think. I've seen rooms that are huge too. So let me look. There is a limit. 100. Oh. Yeah. So we're good for now unless we explode somehow. So yeah, the Zoom, we can do that until we reach 100 viewers, because it could happen. And then we'll just come back to this way. Yeah, in 40 minutes. So yeah, okay, gotta pee, guys. And then I will see you on Tuesday. Mark your calendars. I'll do a little link. And thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being part of Patreon. It means more to me than I could ever express, especially during these times. And yeah, I'll see you guys Tuesday. All right then, bye.